academy. The young adepts are learning about the mysteries of magic. Our young hero is paying very close attention to the words of Exivarius, the alchemy instructor.
And will our slumbering young friend surely be able to repeat what one usually makes from red sulfur and silver moon dust? You don't know. That I can believe. It cannot go on like this. Alchemy requires concentration. How are the other adepts supposed to learn to make complicated potions if I have to repeat the most basic things 3 times? You will go to your mentor Malveren now and talk to him about the best way forward with your education. I don't think you should be here with the attitude you have now in any event. Your strengths really appear to lie elsewhere. You have forgotten your staff. How long are you intending to stand around here? Go on, see to it that you get to Malveren.
So, what is it that brings you to me at this hour of the day? Are you not supposed to be having lessons in alchemy right now? You fell asleep. I marked that you have talent, young friend, but you fail to take things sufficiently seriously. Even if you are bored by the alchemy lectures, you should listen attentively, so as to be truly a master of what you learned here later on. But Exivarius is probably correct in saying that there's no point in forcing you to pay attention. And by now you have already learned quite a lot about theory. Let's look ahead. Probably it's just about time to put more emphasis on your practical education. You should also already be thinking about preparing for the big examination. Therefore, I will send you to 3 masters. Each of them will have a task for you by which you have to prove yourself. In return, each will place his seal on a petition for your admission to the final Avencast examination. We will speak again once you have obtained all 3 seals. First, I will send you to Horatio. In his arena, you will face your first opponents, and you will practice the various martial arts. He will also explain where you can find the other 2 masters. When you have Horatio's seal, you also have to report to Masters Archibald and Delicastera. Archibald will put your knowledge of crystals to the test, and Della Gastera will assign you a task concerning the history of Avencast. Whether you go and contact Archibald first or Della Gastera is your choice. Go now and take your parchment with you, and this map of the Academy as well, for good measure. Do not disappoint me again. Get out of here!
Greetings. You must be here to prepare yourself for your final examination. I will be introducing you to the high art of combat in my arena. Do you think you are prepared for real combat already? Or should I show you the basics first? I had thought this may be a little too much for you. Well then, proceed straight into the arena. Let's see how you hold up in combat practice. We shall begin with a simple blows training for close combat. I am going to make a hovering dummy appear. Try to hit it with your staff as often as you can until it is destroyed. That looks quite good already. Let's try your skills at ranged combat now. It's a bit of a challenge to keep focused on moving targets. I am going to make a number of targets appear. Try to hit them all. Very good. In conclusion, you should practice some dodging in combat. That is one of the most important lessons. I am going to make an obelisk appear at the center of the arena. Try to hit it from the perimeter of the arena while not getting hit by its projectiles. Aside from normal dodging to the right and left, forwards and backwards, also try to jump and roll as well. Good. I think that you are ready for some real combat now. You have to win 4 fights, after which I shall give you my seal. But should you want to repeat the practice rounds once more, you are certainly welcome to do so. Don't worry, nothing will happen to you. That is, aside from maybe making a bad impression. But nobody was born a perfect fighter. I am going to summon creatures which you will fight against. When I see that you are not up to it, I will interrupt the fight. It is better to repeat such a fight than having to live with a bad result. Well, let's get started then. You should know that you must win the first 2 consecutive fights. You will, of course, have to face a more difficult situation in every following round. You can face the 3rd and 4th fights later if it gets to be too much for you. Have you understood the principles? Congratulations on passing the first round. Get ready for your next opponent. I was sure that you would not disappoint me. That already looks quite promising. Do you want to carry on with the 3rd and 4th fights, or is that too much for you? You seem to be holding up well. Prepare yourself for your next opponent. have talent. You shall get my seal, for you have earned it. But I would really like to see how you hold up against even stronger opponents. It would also be good practice for you. Would you like to give it a try? Remarkable. Not all candidates for the examinations manage to prove themselves against these opponents. You have earned a small reward. And besides, you have also invested extra time in this lesson. I wish you all the best on your other tasks.